Have you ever learned something new that completely changed your whole perception of the world? I have many times, but nothing has changed my view as much as learning about depreciation. After learning about it, it was like somehow I unlocked my full potential, and the world just made more sense. I graduated from being a young Padawan to a Jedi Knight. So, with that said, let's talk about depreciation. And since we're dealing with taxes here, we're first going to look at the definition of depreciation according to the IRS. The IRS defines depreciation as an income tax deduction that allows a taxpayer to recover the cost or other basis of a certain property. So it is basically an allowance for the wear and tear or deterioration of a property. And for real estate investors, this is really cool because you get a tax deduction for something that doesn't really cost you money. I mean, if you think about it, after your asset is 100% depreciated, the building is still going to be there and most likely would have gone up in value. So it's basically free money from the government. And you may be asking, well, the real Jake Papa, why would the government do this? The government does this because they want the market to provide affordable housing for people who need it. So it's a way to help investors provide this housing. And another reason real estate investors love depreciation is because they can depreciate the whole value of the property. That includes the money they personally put down on it and the value of the loan. And that's kind of the magic of depreciation. You get to create money out of thin air using other people's money. How neat is that? To help you guys understand this a little more clearly, let's go through an example. And I'm going to build off my example from one of my previous videos about finding the cash on cash ROI. So if you haven't yet, I recommend checking it out. It doesn't need to be before this video by any means. Just if you're interested in learning about real estate investing, it'd be a good one to check out. And I'm going to modify the cash flow from that example a bit, just to help you understand the power of depreciation a bit more. So in this example, the annual cash flow will be $6,300. So if you remember from the example, we were going to buy this multifamily home in Butte, Montana for $165,000. Now, I want you to think about it. When we bought that house, what exactly were we paying for? Were we buying the property that the house sits on? Were we buying the house itself? Or were we buying the contents within the house? Or were we buying all of it? Well, we bought all of it, and the price tag of $165,000 is actually split between each aspect. So there's a portion of the sales price for the land, a portion for the house, and a portion for the contents within the home. For tax purposes, the government realizes that the land won't deteriorate, so that portion of the sales price cannot be depreciated, but the house and the contents within it can be. In the United States, residential property can be depreciated at about 3.6% annually, and the contents within the home can be depreciated at about 20% of its value annually. So let's get back to our example. We'll say that $40,000 of the sales price is for the land, which can't be depreciated, and leaves us with $125,000 that can be depreciated. Now, out of that $125,000, $100,000 of it will be for the house itself, and $25,000 will be for the contents within the home. These values are just educated guesses for the example, but if you want to get this done right, according to the IRS audit guide, you must employ professionals to do the study, which is called a cost segregation. You can either use an engineer or CPA to conduct this study, or probably both. That'd probably be the way to go. Anyways, now the $100,000 will be depreciated at a rate of 3.6%, and the $25,000 will be depreciated at a rate of 20%. And let me pull out the handy calculator here. Okay, so that brings our total depreciation deduction up to $8,600, And since our cash flow for the property is $6,300, it will be tax-free, and we will still have $2,300 of loss for tax purposes. So this loss of $2,300 can be used against other income. And for the sake of example, pretend my income gets taxed at a 30% rate. Well, since I have $2,300 worth of loss to put towards my earned income, this means I can save $690 on taxes. And that's pretty cool, right? My rental income is tax-free, plus I save money from my earned income. You can't beat that. And this is why it's important to look at depreciation before investing in a property, because the money you save from taxes affects the property's overall ROI. And with that said, if you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like and subscribing. We're trying to put the Investing Tree logo on a NASCAR, so all that interaction helps out a ton. I hope this video was informative. Hopefully you learned something new. And I don't know, maybe you see the world through a new lens now. Let me know in the comments. So, anyways, that's all I got for today. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, fam.